All right, Luc Mbah Moute the other day. I'm behind on this one, but I got to get caught up. He has signed a $4.3 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, this is a big story. Here's why it's a big story. Now, I know Luc Mbah Moute struggled in the playoffs a little bit against the Warriors. He struggled. He missed a lot of layups. But I'll say this. You want to have this guy around because of his length. If you don't think anything else of him as a player, and I watched Luc Mbah Moute light it up from the field before, but it didn't happen last year. If you don't think anything of him as a player, you take him for that length. You're in the Western Conference. You got guys like Jimmy Butler. You might have heard of him. He's pretty darn good. Kevin Durant. Might have heard of him. He's pretty darn good. Maybe you can stretch this guy and make him guard a guy like Anthony Davis on a couple possessions. You know, there's a guy by the name of LeBron James that's joining your conference. He's pretty darn good. And to lose a guy like Luc Mbah Moute, like Houston, you guys are having an atrocious summer. I said in one of my other videos, to me, if we had to name somebody who's had the worst summer thus far, it's been Houston by far. You lose Trevor Ariza, you're going to overpay for Chris Paul and Clint Capella, and you're stuck with those contracts going forward, and you now lose another guy who was defending Luc Mbah Moute. Now your best defender on your team is a 6'4", 6'5", PJ Tucker? Not good for Houston. You lose him to the Clippers. They got money. If you from the Clippers standpoint, I don't really think Luc does much for them. They're not looking to make the playoffs. He's a good lengthy guy, but I don't think the Clippers need to be worried about defense at this point in the game. They just need to outscore people, right? Houston, I don't know what their plan is, but Chris, I wonder if Chris Paul will reconsider all the money he took and maybe took back a few million to help this team rebuild, or at least keep some of their pieces that they have, because they're financially stuck, and losing Luc and losing some of these other guys, it's going to be a lot of pressure on an aging Chris Paul who barely could hold up as is, who started this season injured, Harden, who got injured midway through the season after he carried Chris Paul, who wasn't there for the first 20, 30 games. Now you need those guys to do more. Remember, if Chris Paul doesn't go down, this team's in the NBA Finals, period. Now you need them to hold up and be even better. It's a lot to ask from these two guys. And Clint Capella, who I believe if he wasn't playing with Chris Paul and James Harden, I'm not 100% sure he'd be worth more than $5 million on the open market. So the Clippers signed Luc Mbah Moute for about $4 million. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. Tell me what y'all think. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.